Good evening. It is I, John Flannery, doing a little walk and talk. I'm back from, as you can see, Johns Hopkins, and there are a lot of different things going on that are worth talking about. Going right to the war in Ukraine, Putin is obviously charging across the southern part of the state of Ukraine. But now we have word that he may try to expand his imperialistic adventures into Moldova. So this is a pattern that we've seen dictators in history follow before. Oh, I just want this little Lebensraum, cite Hitler. And here we have our boy Putin, who wants to, just liberate the Russians, although that's not what he's doing. He goes in unasked, invading a state, commits terrible atrocities, does a nuclear missile test, and then fires across the entire nation state. And of course now we have the rumors that he's looking at other nation states, including Moldova. So this is the price we pay when we give weapons in the billions to, an oppressed people in Ukraine, but not enough to win. And losing in Ukraine, or even a stalemate in Ukraine, is a tolerance for this bloodthirsty rogue to do amazing and terrible things. And I don't know how we can stand by and observe his crimes and his genocide and not feel that we have to intervene. And if we don't intervene, what does that say about democracy? Now, there's no question there's tension. If you look across the map and you see what's happening in France, we have the president of France, Macron, who's tried to settle this, and I believe in good faith. And he's challenged by a right-wing candidate, a woman, Le Pen, who is kind of the mirror image of Trump and who favors Putin. And obviously, if she wins, that could split NATO. Now, the good news right now is that Macron is in the lead. And so, we can't say it's remote, but hopefully Macron's going to carry the day. Incumbency does have its values, and I think that what he did in terms of trying to bring the sides together is something that will earn him support. He didn't look foolish. He wasn't an appeaser. He, in good faith, tried to settle the matter. And I think that was dramatic, and I think that was righteous. Now, we have the following dilemma, however, back at home, in which the Democrats don't seem to have the warrior status that they require to carry the midterms and to hang on to the House. And the Senate, there are a lot of contests underway, so I don't have an insight on it, but I would think it'll be very hard for us to hold both houses unless we change our approach. And I think our approach is to dig in on the misconduct of the other party, because if we lose the House, you could say, we still have the White House, the presidency. But what we can expect is to see how, by comparison, the Republicans run their investigations of the chief executive, as opposed to ours of their insurrectionist leader, Trump. So that's a consideration. And if you contribute to any Democrat, write him a note and tell him, it's not going to be enough to presume you can talk about a few issues and win. This is a life or death struggle, and we say that about elections. But I think the last one, in which people really crawled over glass to prevent Trump from being reelected, and then faced an insurrection, proving that they were right to fight hard for Biden over Trump. And we're going to have the same choice, but we have to help us along the way, including the midterms, because that will set the issue. I've already talked about what I think the January 6th committee should do. Make all this stuff public. Do it, and do it as soon as possible. And do demand there be an investigation. Do demand there be an appointment of a special prosecutor. Nothing less will do. And we have some great fodder for this kind of discussion, because we can directly contradict in terms of campaign material, a guy like McCarthy, the minority leader in the House, who was encouraging Trump to resign and now says he wasn't, and we have witnesses who were present, and he still is steadfast. What kind of cowards, what kind of terrible leaders, what kind of sycophants for Trump the criminal do we have in the Republican Party? We have a good lesson, I think, in Georgia from the hearings that were conducted of Representative Marjorie Greene, who basically couldn't remember the terrible things she said. So it's a good thing that we have tape recordings and print records of what she did say. So this is the most relaxed walk and talk I've had. Part of it that is due to the fact that I think I'm more comfortable about Holly's advances, as is she. And we're very grateful for what you've had to say, because this is a fit and start kind of operation. You have a day in which you have good news, and then at this stage we've had minor setbacks, and it does a lot to your will going forward. But Holly is a trooper, and I'm helping her as best I can, and so are all the people who write and talk, and she sees it online, and she's grateful for it, as am I. So glad I got a chance to come out and walk and talk, and maybe I'll be able to do it more frequently if things continue to be settled at Johns Hopkins. So I can join my cathedral of trees more frequently, something I really much enjoy, including talking to you guys. So take care. Bye-bye.